Good morning and welcome to Herefordshire, in particular my garden. It's a spring morning and while we're all being furloughed, I've been receiving emails and messages from friends and clients asking me advice about their garden. In particular, one subject's come up 3 or 4 times, which is very interesting. That's about an English climber called English ivy, Hedera Helix. You know all about it, it's a friend and foe, and today we're going to learn how to control it. We're going to look in the garden for some rampant ivy and I'll show you exactly what to do. I've been asked what tools we're using for today's job, for destroying the ivy. We are going to be using one mains-free battery charged drill with a spare battery. Charge. One pair of Felco secateurs. These are number 2s. They come in different sizes, number 8s, number 4s, etc. Left-handed, right-handed, Felco secateurs. You get new parts, the best pair of secateurs. Should last your lifetime. You don't lose them. That's why they're red. You can find them more easily in the greenery. One pruning saw. Silky Pocket Boy. Fantastic. Double-edged sword. Change the angle. One of the best pruning saws money can buy. Should also last your lifetime. Blades, change them anytime you like, as soon as you get blunt. Never get your blade in the soil though, that makes it blunt instantly. One solid trowel, not a cheap one, spend money on it. This will last me 20-30 years before it breaks. So get a good one. One spade. It's a small spade, it's called a border spade. It's almost half the size of a normal everyday spade. In old days, you would call them a lady spade. I use them a lot more than I do the main spade. Transplanting, digging, much more useful. Auger drill bits for drilling into the wood. Auger's like a corkscrew, and you can, in emergencies, well, that's another story. Good quality gloves, essential. Professional herbicide, we'll come more about that later. And if things get really awkward, to tease things off. That's about it really for now. See you in a minute. So, English ivy, Hedera Helix. If I was to go to a production nursery and say, I found this incredible climber, it grows in dark shade, it's evergreen, the leaves are marbled, it climbs up trees, and when it gets to the top of a wall or a tree, it turns into a shrub. It's got blackberries, white flowers, insects and birds love it. You go, wow, what an amazing plant. But everything in life is a balance. Behind me you can see that some ivy has taken over some hazel and some alders, swamping them. Eventually they'll weigh down the branches, they'll restrict the growth on those branches, rot will get in as one snaps, and the life of that tree is premature. So it needs control. We'll start off with a small one first. Then we'll go to a much bigger ivy further outside the garden. Here's a great western red cedar, and inside it, if you can see it in the camera, an ivy is beginning to get a grip, all the way down there. So, how are we going to control that without breaking our fingernails? It's really very easy. Get a trowel, reverse it, and get in there. Find your way in. I might bring some of these off later on. And then get behind the bar and just tease it off. And it comes off very, very easy. Now it's gone all the way to the top of the tree, and when the camera's not rolling, I'll climb up there and get it out. Now let's go and find a bigger piece of ivy, shall we? That's much harder work. So we're now on the boundary line of our garden, and this is really old hedgerow. I could just take a chainsaw for the whole thing, but it's a lot of dead wood and it does need some work in it. In the meantime, I want to control the ivy. Come over here and have a look at this. You can see these big, thick, gnarled stems of ivy taking over everywhere, and that's going to prevent the re-sprouting of new growth from the bottom. So we're going to prune the ivy away, find a big stem, big root, and we're going to poison that root. let's have a go, shall we? So make some access, keep things neat and tidy, and find my way in. There we go. I don't know if you guys, let's get out of your way. Guitars, people, very important. Also, good quality pruning knife, very important. So think about my angles, because in a minute I'm going to use a drill. You'll see in a second. Take a while for that bit to die off, but it will die. But that's going to regrow all over. Reshoot. One Dewalt drill, one 10mm auger bit. Be careful not to drill all the way through. Just an inch will do. There we go. Perfect. Bit more of a tidy up. You'll see why in a second. Perfect. Now, this is professional herbicide, but we're going to use it neat. You can buy retail domestic herbicide, will do the job just as well, but make sure it's a neat concentrate version, not diluted version. Roundup is the famous brand name. About 20mm. The hole. Very carefully dribble the neat glyphosate herbicide into, and there we go, all done, perfect. Now, next item, a little bit of duct tape. Because what you've got to do now is stop the rain from getting into that poison. Right now, that poison is going to work its way through the xylem cell system into the root, kill it dead, and it will not harm the other plants around it, nor damage the soil. Fantastic. Now I've got to get this off. For that, I would simply work my way through. You'll find on some trees, big parkland ones, you can get ivy stem that big. Drill a hole, 2 or 3 holes, cut it flat across the top, drill the holes, inject in, stone on top, Bob's your uncle, that'll be dead. Take this stuff off if you can while it's green still. Much easier than doing it's brown. Anyway, there we go. Ivy control. I'll see you next week. Bye bye for now.